Hi, Cool Model Guy here. In this video we're going to disassemble the Mystery Skulls Animated Katana. The one that was shown in the song called Hellbent, which is the third of their Mystery Skulls Animated videos set to Mystery Skulls songs. This sword was handled by Vivi's ancestor. The ancestor's name was Mushi, and it is a katana or samurai sword. And this sword is a 3D printed replica of the sword shown in that video. It's actually constructed in the same manner as a katana, and I'm going to give the Japanese names as I show you the disassembly and reassembly of the sword. So let's get started. We're going to take it off its stand, put it down on the table here. Okay, the handle is held in place by two dowels, here and here. Now the dowels are a little bit behind the handle wrap. The handle wrap is called Edo wrap. And I'm going to pop those two dowels out now. So I'm going to take a punch, move aside the handle wrap, push the dowel out, and then pull it out of the handle and set it aside. I'm going to do the same for the rear dowel. Now these dowels have special Japanese names, but I haven't memorized those yet. And the real ones will be made out of bamboo. Now I'm going to need a pair of pliers to help me out with this one. Gently, oops, tug it out. There we go. Now it dowels out, and that allows me to slide the handle off. There we go. Now the handle is called the Tsuka, and on it is attached the Kashira, which is an end cap, and the Fushi, which is the front cap, and there are several ornaments called Manuki. I have made a snowflake ornament for the Fushi. That's a Manuki, and then the handle wrap Manuki is underneath the wrapping. And at the back of the Kashira, I also have a snowflake themed Manuki or ornament, and it's based on the handguard. So I could take the Fushi off the handle, but that's as far as it disassembles, unless I take the Edo wrap off the handle. The Kashira is attached right here, because the Kashira has a slot in it, and the Edo wrap goes into that slot and back around, and a knot is tied to hold the whole assembly together. So I'm going to talk about the Manuki for a little bit. The Manuki on the Fuji was optional. I made it because there was no other ornamentation on this piece, and also on the Kashira. But in a traditional samurai sword or katana, there are always Manuki in the handle wrap or underneath the handle wrap. On the right side, the Manuki is forward on the handle. On the left side, the Manuki is in the rear part of the handle. Okay, so this is the Tsuka. This is the Fuji. This end cap is called a Kashira. I'm going to set these down. Okay, now this little spacer is called a seppa. There's two of them, one in front and back of the handguard. So that's the rear seppa. Now the handguard is called a tsuba. And there we go. That's the handguard, the snowflake shape. Now I painted this entire sword with Createx colors and Wicked colors, and this is a combination of several colors: pearl white, some transparent, and just a drop of transparent cobalt to give it that light ice blue look. which I also used for the Minuki. Okay, so I'm going to set this down. The front seppa slides off. Now this is a angled spacer. I'm going to try to get the light to shine off the angles here. There we go. And then this front piece is called a habaki, and it's a blade guard. It slides right off. Now, one of the things about painting this blade is that I actually had to sand the paint off where the parts fit, because the fit was so tight that with the paint overspraying onto the handle, I couldn't get the habaki to fit into place. So that's why it's sanded to that nice clean line right there. Alright, so this is the blade. It's got a tang attached to it and a blade proper. You can see the snowflakes. I used a specially made stencil to paint the snowflakes. So that is the right side of the blade. And then here's the left side of the blade. Alright, so now I'm going to reassemble. Everything just goes back in reverse order. So the first thing, the habaki, slides onto the tang, fits all the way forward. There's a recessed spot right here, and that's where the blade begins. And this part of the habaki just goes right up against it. Next is the forward seppa. After that, the tsuba, the handguard, slides on. The rear seppa. And I'm going to put the puchi on next. Usually I would attach it to the handle, but just so it can go actually in any order, I'll slide this on. Oops, there we go. Only fits on one direction. And then the tuska, the handle. And it fits right in there. And now I'm going to fit the dowels in. I'll put the rear dowel in first. This pretz fits into place. And make sure that the wrapping looks good around it. There we go. And then the front dowel. And now the sword is once again assembled. So I'm going to slide the stand over here. And there we go. Assembly and disassembly of the Mushi Katana from Mystery Skulls Animated Hellbent song. Cool model, guys. Signing off.